What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. It's a Monday NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, the NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's Blackjack Fletcher. That's Junior Browne. We're here to break down these NBA games. So we're going to recap this weekend's games. But first, we want to let you guys know this promo we're doing for let you guys know about the March Madness that we're doing, my guys. What's up, production, my guys?
March Madness is just around the corner, and we at the Three Man Weave are here to tell you we have you covered. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel SBR Sports Picks, Matthew, for all your video needs.
Jim, if you want more, that's not enough. SBR also has a dedicated March Madness headquarters. You can find picks, videos, news, and an updated bracket over at sbrpicks.com/March-Madness, Kai.
All you have to do now is sit back, relax, and let the games begin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's time to March Madness, man. Starting to get back to these college plays, man. I'm starting to make some as well. So it's time to get back to it with college. And it's, hey, always the NBA, my guys, always. But hey, anything point out to you guys last night, Junior? Hey, the Warriors got their ass smacked by the Lakers. Hornets, nice little comeback. A bunch of stuff happened over the weekend. Anything point out to you guys over the weekend, Junior? You have a good weekend, my guy?
Yeah, I actually had Charlotte yesterday plus 2.5, and I was watching the game. Harrison Barnes goes down the key. I turned the game off, assuming the game was. I thought.
What up, Blackjack? How was your weekend,
I mean, listen, I live a perpetual weekend, so fantastic as always. Going to see the Florida Panthers tonight, so that'll be fun.
Hey,
nobody ever asks you, how was your weekend?
Man, it was all right. It was kind of, man, dealing with this. We got this little baby lion in the house, man. It's been a tough weekend, but I mean, the picks, they've been there. Been some 1-on-1 days, but the main plays, they have been hit. Friday, man, I did lose some money on the 76, just personal play. I had live bet on, on the money line to come back and win. They lost in overtime there, so it was crazy there. See what the Timberwolves went down versus the Wizards on Saturday. The Knicks kept it going versus the Pacers, anything else. So the Nuggets came back smack. The Mavs, that was kind of crazy. If you had if you had the Nets there on Saturday, obviously the Mavs, Kyrie Irving got announced out pretty much right before the game or like an hour before the game, whatever. But Mavs ended up getting a job there. The Jazz kept it going, man. Yesterday, yeah, like I say, the Warriors, they end up. I know a lot of people was on the Warriors. Nobody had faith in the Lakers yesterday, man. They'll go out there at halftime. Oh boy, it was ugly. Them boys had 73 points. LeBron with the 3 before the half. Just smack city. Oh boy, it was a bloodbath. Did anybody see Giannis travel? I'm sorry, guys. I know I had some on the Clippers, man. I hate to get too riled up about it, but come on, man. I know they didn't score any points last 4 minutes. The Clippers didn't, but come on now. Giannis traveled from how you dunk from the 3-point line, man. I know Jordan jumped from the half-court line, but come on, man. You see how I traveled out there, but the Bucks got the job done. Bucks backers, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, I got it done, but that was definitely travel. Celtics, Jaylen Brown up sitting out. They got the job done by 1. But just real quick, Blackjack, do you think that was a travel? I'm just asking. Am I tripping or what?
Yes, but it's never getting called. So, of course it is.
I understand the step backs and the gatherers and all that. They don't want to call it a travel, but that was like clearly 3 steps. This is best. Is this still basketball? All right, I'm just saying. Barely. They probably still would have won, but I'm just saying it was a travel. Hornets, I appreciate you, boys. I really do. They were down 8 seconds. I was asleep, man. I'm telling you, I fell asleep on the game. I know the Hornets was probably sleepy. They got Hayward announced out, you know what I'm saying, during the day. Ran me hot. I had already put some in on them. It's really ran me hot. It really did. But it happens. Kyrie had just got announced and I profited from it. So I can't get too mad. I just took it with a grain of salt. So I'm going to let the game play out. Good God. I appreciate you boys, man. It happens, but hey, happens. Let's get to today. Yeah, Jimmy Butler sat out and Heat still smacked up the Hawks as well. So I had to mention. Oh, and the Rockets They got their ass smacked by 49, 50 points. We have to say something about that. Just have to. But first game today, my guys, I don't know what's up with the Rockets. They're laying points against a Pacers versus 76ers. Blackjack, first game of the day. My guy, we're going to go to Junior. Junior, you back, my guy? Everything cool? 76ers laying 4.5 here. What you think about this game? Blackjack.
Okay. I think this is Sixers all day long, right? Pacers are a mess right now, Jay. They have fallen apart. This team is lost 4 of their last 5. They haven't looked particularly great in any of them. And again, this is a bad matchup for them because the Sixers have the interior defense to slow down what the Pacers do best, and Indiana doesn't have the shooting to capitalize on it. So again, I remember we talked about this with the Knicks and the Pacers. If they couldn't overcome the Knicks, there's no shot they're overcoming the 76ers because the 76ers are like, a legitimate version of the Knicks.
Man, I'm sorry, man, but the Embiid questionable here. Embiid questionable in this spot. It's definitely a huge. If Embiid sits, obviously I'll be on the Pacers. They've had some losses here. I wanted to look towards the 76. This is a game where I think some injuries really do matter. Brogdon did sit out the last game. We'll possibly be back here. Harris and Embiid sat out. So, but when I see Embiid, he hasn't been on the injury report. So when I see him get downgraded to questionable, there really has me, kind of on tilt with this game. I understand why it's coming down. Let's see, Pacers. Lost 3 straight games. Sorry, guys. My son had a couple basketball games yesterday, man. I'm out there yelling like a woman, man. But Pacers off of L3 here, Blackjack. I know they don't necessarily match up well with the 76ers, or they haven't in the past. 76ers better team. Philly over there, Philly cheesesteaks. I like them. But like I say, without Embiid here, we have to be looking towards the Pacers. Like, say if he ends up sitting. Now, what you think about the total in this one? Any quick looks on the total if you had a free play, my guy?
I mean, if I was gambling with your money, Jay, I'd probably play this thing under, just because Indiana hasn't been putting up big numbers offensively, and I think if they're going to stay in this game, they're going to have to do it by clamping down on the 76ers. It's just a bad spot. Like, I love that the Sixers are off a loss to the Cavaliers. I have a hard time seeing the Sixers drop 2 in a row to Cleveland and Indiana. I don't see it.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Blackjack. That was the other side of this. I mean, and I don't know and I just mentioned that I lost money on it. It went to overtime. They played a ton of minutes. So, but like I say, I don't care. Even off that terrible, horrific loss, if they don't play Embiid here, I'm sorry. I still can't look towards the 76. But no, you're exactly right. I don't know how they lost that game versus the Cavs. Blackjack. Okay. I mean, I know Harris said that, but I mean, that was a revenge spot already. I mean, I know the Cavs have kind of won 3 straight, but what are we doing? You're one of the best teams in the East. I don't know. Well, I just don't understand how they lost that game. And then they were up 4, like, missing free throws on a purpose and shit. Like, and you lose out. All right. I'm just saying, at the house. All right. Okay. Next game up, Blackjack. It's just, there's no excuse for that. Mavs versus Magic here. Mavs versus Magic. Man, the Mavs took care of me last game, Blackjack. They are facing this Magic squad that's been in total disarray. I know them, not necessarily your boys, but you know what I'm saying, kind of sort of hometown squad. What you thinking this one? Are we fading him? Or are we fading them here? Well, no, this is D-Town versus Orlando here. What are we doing? This is my town versus your town. What we doing here?
I mean, I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I mean, the Magic stink. The Mavericks are playing better of late, but I don't know that I really trust them on the road to cover 2 in a row. But I think the total is absolutely in play here. I mean, you've got a relatively low total for these two teams, Jay. 221. I mean, Dallas scores at will. Their defense is weak. The Magic are a team that are streaky shooting, but again, they're not going to give you the most defensive resistance in the world. 221 seems way too low here. I'll go over.
Gotcha. And that line actually opened up at 226.5, Blackjack, and it's down to 221. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Like, Mavs opened up at -7, down to 6.5. I was thinking this is another smack. So the Mavs are starting to put things together, as you guys see. I know they beat I still like them versus the Nets even before Kyrie was ruled out, to be honest with you. At the +4, +4.5. But in this particular game, they do seem to have letdown spots. I'm staying away from this one. I do think that Mavs get the win, but the Magic, I do think at one point they'll start to turn it around. I mean, they always play hard, even though they've gotten smacked up at these past few games. A lot of injuries over there. They possibly shopping Fournier, who we always talk about. They're a different team without him, so they just seem like they seem like they're in a down spin. I'm not putting money on the Magic. It would be a lean for Mavs here, but I just don't want to lay that 6.5 off them coming off that big game. It's almost All-Star break. It's just, in theory, smack spot for them, guys, but just I'm hesitant to lay these points with my team on the road. I know them, and sometimes they have let down spots, man. So hopefully it doesn't happen here, but I wouldn't be surprised is what I'm saying. But hey, they under, you know what I'm saying, the Magic really do struggle to score, Blackjack, and they do play really good defense. So that's a nice look on the under. No, you're on the over. You're on the over. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Hey, plenty of points. Today's NBA.
Points.
Today's NBA is damn near over nothing.
That's right.
So, I mean, and I don't really bet overs. I like betting unders. And that's why I stay away from total. You got to be smart about this, my guy. You got to be smart. But I know overs are fun. You know what I'm saying? To bet. It's just, I guess that's contrarian me, like to bet the unders or whatever. But, Blackjack, let's get to the next one. We got the Nuggets versus the Bulls here. Line opened up at 5.5 for the Nuggets. I did see it dip down to 4.5. It's back up to 5 now at some spots. What you think about this spot? The Bulls been scrapped. I know that. Now you talk about your team. The Bulls are your team, Blackjack. What you thinking in this one, my guy?
I mean, this is a weird one, right? Like, this feels to me like Denver. At least I thought Denver should be favored by more than this. I thought this line was short, and then that kind of makes me want to take the Bulls, but I don't trust the Bulls enough here as much as I like them. And they've been one of the best ATS teams in the NBA all season. That's what the Chicago Bulls do. They cover games. I just don't know if they've got the firepower to hang with Denver for 48 minutes. I would be worried about it. So for me, it's a pass.
Got you. I thought you was gonna be. I would have had a bet on Blackjack being on the Bulls today, Junior. You good, my guy? What's up, man?
Yeah, sorry. Someone reset the internet in the middle of the show. That's what happens when you're not in your own house. But last game that you guys just went over, I got Dallas first half. Dallas has been a much better first half team, so I'm riding with them in the first half in that spot. In this spot, just not enough points for me to take the Bulls, so I have to look at Denver the way they're playing. If you're going to take points with the Bulls, you might need a little bit more of a cushion than 4.5 or 5 points.
Exactly. I mean, it's tough for me to bet against the Bulls right now. I do know the Nuggets are 2-6 against the spread their last 8 games. They really seem like they have to play. They need motivation to come out there and play. Last game, they came out there and smacked Oklahoma City with no problem. Obviously, the game before that, they had lost to the Wizards, you know what I'm saying, the last shot, all that. So they really had a lot of motivation. Be interested to see if they can keep that momentum coming into this game. Like I say, the Nuggets just don't really seem to put together. They're a streaky team. In theory, they should keep the momentum going back here, but the Bulls at the house plus the 5. I mean, I must say the Bulls have been playing the much better ball here. Let's see. So the Nuggets, it's been win-loss. They hadn't been able to put together back-to-back wins in their last 7 games, guys. They're 2-6 ATS period, to a 2-5 ATS period in the last 7 regardless. They're a very streaky team. They're still without JaMychal Green, Gary Harris. The Bulls got more dogs than them. I don't have a play on it, but my lean would be towards the Bulls at the house. Just be interested to see if the Nuggets, if they come out with that fire like they did versus OKC, they can blow out anybody. But, man, these guys are so up and down, man. And no spicy nuggets for me today, guys. But Junior, the line come down from. So one thing, a sharp take here, that under there, we know the Bulls real scrappy on defense, Junior. The total has been coming down all morning. Literally, it was at 231 yesterday. It's just been getting smashed all the way to down to 226. Do you agree with that, Junior?
I mean, with the line movement, I would be on the over. Just the way Denver's playing right now, they're playing offense, and same thing with Chicago. So my lean would be towards the over, especially with the line movement.
Blackjack, I see you over there nodding your head. What you think? You agree with the line?
I think that's the only look here, right? I mean, if you're betting on a lot of defense getting played, yikes.
Got you. Yeah, I'm not messing with the total, man, and that one. So, but yeah, mostly 5s out there. 4.5. If you do like Denver, make sure you get the best number. You know what I'm saying? If you like the 5, if you like the Bulls, make sure you guys get the 5 out there. It's pretty much 5 across the board elsewhere, brothers. Now, Damn, well, shit, this Blackjack team too. Jazz versus Pelicans. Now this is, or no, see, this is Blackjack's team. Let's see, we got the Utah Jazz versus Pelicans, my guys. Yeah, roll it up, my guys. Blackjack, what we doing here? Well, you like your stock market team, Jazz here tonight versus the Pelicans?
All day long, Utah lay the points. You know what the Pelicans can't do? They can't defend the perimeter. We all know what Utah does better than anybody in the NBA. Take and make 3-point shots. The Jazz have won their games this season by almost 10 points per game. This is a dominant team. The Pelicans are not. They will struggle against them because they can't play on the perimeter, Utah.
Got you. My guy rolling with his stock market there, Junior. What we doing here? Pelicans +7 home dog here. What can they defend the 3-point line for one game? Can they? What are we doing? Is it Smack City for Jazz City tonight or what? What are they might be playing Jazz in New Orleans in y'all city. Now, my bad, Junior. What we doing with this one?
Listen, the problem, and I used to say this a couple of weeks ago, so I'll bring it back. New Orleans doesn't make enough threes to keep up with the Jazz. It's just really that simple. They don't take enough threes. They don't make enough threes. I really didn't like what I saw last game. Lonzo Ball had more field goal attempts than Zion Williamson. There's nothing about that I like in this matchup with Utah. It's Utah or nothing for me in this spot.
I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm like, Lonzo Ball, you pulling up for 3 late in the game. You're not passing it to nobody else. You just get the ball in the corner, take a contested 3, bro. No, you're not that type of player. Stop. Your 3-point shot's getting a little bit better, but you stopped it, man. Spurs really came to play, so I had to give them that. The Pelicans are off a couple of losses here on the road. They come back to the house. Just be interested to see can you get their A game. I'm with you, Junior. I don't like the way they closed that San Antonio game out. They weren't really running plays. It's pretty much just iso ball because they actually kind of made a comeback there. San Antonio was up by 10, then they made a comeback. I was watching the game. It was really a good game, to be honest with you. DeRozan balled out, you know what I'm saying, after his father. The team rallied around him as well. We'll talk about that. But, yeah, just I don't like this game. I know the Jazz, the boys smack City every game. They went smack the Magic last game. Just be interested. So they got Philly on deck. There was another thing about the 76er spot again today that might rest up Joel Embiid for the next game for the Jazz. Could be a little look ahead, even though they're off that loss, my guys. I couldn't talk you out of the Jazz here, obviously. 8-2 ATS. I'm not betting against them. I'm not laying 7 points with them on the road, but if there's any team that's going to come here and win by double digits, it is the Jazz, my guys. Sorry to talk too much, man. Nets versus Spurs. Next game up, Blackjack. No, Junior. We're going to go with Junior. Nets versus Spurs. What we like in here, Junior?
I like Brooklyn in this spot. I know that the Spurs have been healthy, but if Kyrie's playing, I could see the boy going off. Him and James Harden against the Spurs backcourt. I see a huge advantage for Brooklyn. I see the fact that the Spurs don't have really any rim protection, so I see these boys shooting a lot of free throws, putting up a lot of points. I don't have a bet on this game because I don't feel comfortable laying these 5 points. I'm trying to find some kind of margin, maybe the first half, first quarter, something like that. But if you're giving me a free play, it's Brooklyn or nothing for me in this spot.
Got you. Yeah, Brooklyn or nothing. Yeah, I was actually looking towards the Nets as well. I know that the Spurs are rallying around DeRozan, but I was looking towards the Nets here as well, Blackjack. What do you think? It was at 6. It's been back down to 5 here, Blackjack. What do you think?
I think that there's too many injuries for me to take the Spurs, which is the only thing I'd want to do here because I'm not laying this many points with Brooklyn against a team that plays with a lot of effort every night, a team that's going to play hard no matter who's out there. There's a significant talent gap between the two teams. I think that's obvious, but I don't trust the Nets. Obviously, I still don't. You can have them, Junior. I don't want them. So, no, it's a pass for me.
Oh, I got him. We got that big bet.
I forgot.
You're still not confident enough to take them today. You told us all this game was take.
I'm gonna send you my Bitcoin account. So you see that.
No, what's up? Team stinks.
Hey, y'all tripping, man. No, but I know what y'all said. I forgot y'all had that bet on it. It'd be interesting to see. Hey, the Nets, especially when they get KD. I can't say that run showed me something. I'll be looking for them because I still think the Spurs nice and they ran around DeRozan. They might get Keldon Johnson back. He went through shoot around. I think that's why the line's moving back down to 5. It's actually being juiced towards San Antonio now, so we'll probably move back down to 4.5. I don't give a damn. I'd be on the Nets here if Kyrie and Harden's in here. Come back to San Antonio. I know it's a little going to Houston next, but Harden back in the state of Texas. I think he's finna come and do business both games. If you ask me, I'm sorry. Probably wait till it go down to 4.5. I like the Nets here. It's not my play of the day, but this is one I was definitely looking into hard yesterday. I like the Nets in this spot off that loss. They rested Kyrie. As long as he's back here today, Harden, I think they're going off. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kyrie. Everything I was reading was he gonna come back. Like the Nets in this spot, man. No Spurs got it done. That was the Pelicans, though. You almost pissed that one away. Nets, they come to play here, especially off a lot. As long as they're not looking ahead to the All-Star break, that's the only thing, you know what I'm saying? It could happen with some of these teams. Still like the Nets here. Next game up, what we got? Hornets versus Blazers, my guys. Hornets versus Blazers. And we'll touch on, if y'all want, we'll touch on the other game because I do kind of want to see what's going on. Hornets versus Blazers, Blackjack. You think you like this game? Would you liking the over in this one or what, Blackjack?
I don't hate the over here, but my play on it isn't the over. I'm going to take Charlotte plus 6.5. I know Portland's lost 4 in a row, and I know, people are going to equate that with desperation and say they're at home. This is a spot for them, and it is. Don't get me wrong, but I think these two teams match up really, really well against one another. I think they're very close. I think they will play a close game. Wouldn't be surprised if either one won, but you're going to give me 6.5 with Charlotte. I'm taking it.
Got you. Junior, what you think about this one, my guy? Blazers land 6.5 over there at the house versus the Hornets. I love them right now. What you think on this one, my guy?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit disrespectful to the Hornets. They've been playing well enough that they should not. I'm going to have to assume it's because they played last night. I am on Portland first quarter, though. Charlotte expended a lot of energy coming back from that game. I know I froze earlier when the show started, but I was saying I had Charlotte plus 2. And when Harrison Barnes went and dunked on the whole team to go by 8, I turned it off, only to get phone calls later saying we won the bet. So I feel like Charlotte if you watch that fourth quarter, they got really lucky. Everything had to go their way. I think Portland comes out with a little bit of energy. I don't know if they cover 6.5. So if you're going full game, I would ride with Charlotte, but early, I like the Blazers. They play well early. They did that against the Lakers the other night where they were giving them the business, only to go ahead and lose later on. So I feel like Portland will come out strong. I can get them in less than a full possession. I got them at -2. I'm riding with Portland first quarter.
Got you. Yeah, man. I like the fire blasm here. I think it's going to be a fire blasm type of day. You dig what I'm saying? The real top shotter, they're coming off 4 losses, 1-3 ATS, Nah, I'm messing with you, but I like the Blazers here in this spot, man. I mean, hey, let's just tell you this. If Junior thinks they're coming out in the first quarter and they're going to piss this fucking game away, you got to be kidding me, man. This 5th game in a road trip, I was hoping it was the last one. They're going to have one more over there in Minnesota. I love the Hornets. I really do. They took care of me last night. They really did. I appreciate them. Let down spot tonight, back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights, all on the road. 5th game in 8 days, all this shit, all on the road. It's a sleepy spot. What happened? We down by 10? Oh, just all right. Wake me up when we're in Minnesota, man. I'll go say what's up to my guy, Cat. No, they might get Hayward back today, whether he's in or out. I don't really care. It's a smack spot for the Blazers here. You're right, Junior. They're gonna come out in the first quarter. They're gonna lay it on their ass. They're not coming back. There was the Kings last night. They don't really put together back-to-back performances, guys. Hornets against the spread, and straight up win-loss, my guys. Last 9 games. So let's keep the trend going today. Hornets, they got it done last night. Nice. Tonight, Smack City, Dame time. It's Dame time. When I bring out these OG Jordan shirts, my guys, I'm telling you, it's business time. Blazers tonight, -6. I want to say trifecta with Junior because I think they come out first quarter smack. I think they keep it going first half and smack. Full game -6 smack. As the game goes on, it's just going to get worse and worse. I like the Blazers here, Smack City spot. Let's touch on this Cavs Rockets game. One just real quick. Blackjack, what's going on with this one? You land the point, or is this just auto fade for Rockets here or what? What are we doing here?
Think about this. The Rockets have lost 10 in a row. Cavaliers have won 3 in a row. I don't know what's more likely, that Houston loses their 11th or Cleveland wins their 4th. If you bet this game, check yourself into a facility because you have a problem, like a legitimate, deep-seated problem. Don't bet this game. Don't watch this game. Don't talk about this game. Pretend it never happened. Like if I could have my brain like incepted to just erase this, I would.
This guy here, man. Junior, it still could make some money on this motherfucker. Junior, what we doing on this game? No look on this total. Do you feel like Blackjack, the total side, nothing?
I'm just gonna say this. I watched the Grizzlies Houston Rockets game the other night.
Oh boy.
That was one of the most unprofessional.
Last night. It was just last night.
Yeah, that was one of the most unprofessional displays of basketball I've ever seen in my life. Like, first of all, can we talk about the fact that Victor Oladipo, who has a bum knee, has a history of injuries, they offered this man a bag. They're like, yo, 2 years, $45 million? And my man was like, no, gracias. I'm good, son. I don't want your $22 million. It's a dumpster fire. That alone tells me Houston is not the place to be. Nobody wants to be there. There's a lot of turmoil. They're just not a bet-on team. There's nothing about this team that is going to convince me to invest my money on them. So it's an absolute pass.
Yeah, I know there's a revenge spot for the Rockets here, and in theory, they're supposed to come to play here. I mean, what we saw yesterday, you almost losing by 50 to the Grizzlies. I mean, in theory, in back-to-back spot, you're at the house, you got the Nets on deck. I really don't. 11 straight losses, not showing really any sign of uptick. And this is it's be square, guys, to take the Cavs. But I mean, they're the team that's playing better. They're 3-0. I mean, they're won 3 straight games, just beat the Sixers in overtime. And you want to say letdown spot? Jared Allen, huge advantage here. The Rockets are not playing. Let's just say this: it'd be very hard for me to see them win this game tonight. I had to put a little something on the Cavs. It's just something I had to do on general purpose from this game. Just seeing how the Rockets are playing, they don't care right now. They're getting their cheddar right now. They don't have to get. They're not caring about winning, and their coach is not saying anything. Blazers.
This game, bro, you should go to a meeting because you need help.
You said what?
If you bet on this game, you should go to a meeting because you need help. You got a gambling problem.
I guess I have a problem, bro, because I'm putting a little something on the Cavs here. That's just
take
me
money,
simply.
take your money, bro. Nah,
that's me. So what? So we'll then take the Rockets then. That's what it's a 50-50 chance in any game.
No,
so what you're saying is you like the Rockets.
No, I'm saying that there are people out there that care about you and want to see you get healthy.
All right, my guys. Blackjack, break them off with your official plays, my guy.
I've got the 76ers tonight over in the Mavericks and the Magic. Jazz minus the points. Hornets plus the 6.5.
Blackjack, Junior, what we liking, my guy? Break them off with your official plays.
I got the Mavs first half. Fire blaze them. Bun up these Utes from Charlotte. First quarter -2. Done no.
Got you. My official play, y'all know me, 1 play a day to keep the bookies away. Blazers, Smack City, -6. Like the -6.5, man. Smack City spot, Blazers here. Let's get it. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all go and check out the March Madness, all that. I might have to make me some college plays as well, man. I'm finna post me some college plays. I'm like a little revenge spot today. So we finna definitely get some cheddar today for sure. Finna stack up a couple of dubs. Let's get this cash, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's Blackjack Fletcher. That's Junior Browne. I'm Jay Money. This NBA show from SBR, man. We out.